So, Alana, I want to talk a bit about your strengths and about what you're brilliant at and about your superpowers. Because your mum's already taken Clifton Strengths a while ago, and you've done what we call Clifton Strengths Explorer, which is a version of it for people your age. So, do you mind if I read out your top three strengths?
Yeah, fine.
So, in front of me, I've got a certificate of talent for Alana. Number one, dependability. Trust is important to you. You care about being seen as responsible and trustworthy. People count on you to do what you say you will do. When you make a promise, you mean to keep to it. And then your second one, caring. I'm not surprised to see this in there. In your heart, helping other people is very important. You want to make the world better by helping people in small ways or big ways. And then your third one, organizer. Scheduling, planning, and organizing your world makes life better. People count on you to get the details right and pull a plan together. So your superpowers are that you are a really caring a really caring person that people can trust and count on, and you will always get things done. I can see you smiling and nodding. How do you feel about those as superpowers? Does that feel like your superpowers?
Yeah, that to me just describes me in a bubble. It's like me on a piece of paper. Because I do feel that people do trust me and that I care about people, and I'm definitely an organizer. If something isn't organized, then it's just not going to happen, is it? You just have to make sure everything's 100% organized.
And of those strengths we've talked about, what's your favourite one, Alana? What do you most like about being you?
Probably the dependability, that people find me trustworthy and that I'm responsible, because I like to show that people can trust me with anything.
Mm. And how do these strengths help you at school? Because we've not talked about school, but I'm presuming as well, in between all the cakes and kind things you're doing for other people, I presume you're fitting school into that as well.
Yeah.
What are these strengths like at school?
I think dependability definitely comes in at school, and organizer and caring, but I do care, but like I do just as much as I would, but it doesn't come in as much as those because you use those more in a school environment.
Mm. And I'm going to ask your mum, Rachel, tell me what you think about Alana's strengths.
I absolutely agree with Alana. They are her in a bubble. When we read them, and well, when we saw just the headlines, to see caring in there was really important. She thought long and hard about what she was going to call her community group, and it's got caring in there. So that was really nice to see that. I think if you look at the dependability one of the things that lots of people will say about Alana is she will support everybody, and particularly people who might be struggling a little bit more. So she has really close friends who have got their own personal struggles, and she's always there for them. One of the girls she raises money for, who she's a very close friend of, has got cerebral palsy, is in a wheelchair, and her and Alana are just the most amazing friends. To hear them on a FaceTime call the other day while Daisy uses eye recognition technology to communicate. So it's a very different way of communicating, and Alana's patience and understanding and love when they're having those conversations is unbelievable. And I think that's massive. And friends trust her with massive secrets that they probably haven't shared with anybody else. So I see that one every day. I think the organizer is really interesting, particularly when you look at the sort of detail in it. And it talks about not only do you like order and rules for yourself, you like them for other people too. Alana is very rule driven. She's got a very clear what's right and wrong, and she can get quite frustrated if other people don't play by those rules. And we had a very honest conversation about that this morning, didn't we? And most of people close to us know that Alana's autistic, and actually that strength around organizer, if you read that description, you would see other people describing that as a negative from an autistic perspective. We've never seen it that way, and I've always said I needed to understand Alana's strengths and play to them, and that helps her massively in terms of how she deals with life. I'd not really seen it as a strengths-based approach until me and you chatted about it, you know, almost a year ago. So I think from my point of view, I knew they were there, and I've tried to encourage her to play to them because that makes her a much happier, healthier person. But I've not done it knowing that that would be what the report would say.
So that's really interesting, because sometimes other people judge us, you know, because they want us to be like them, you know, and then they have opinions about stuff. But that's why I called it superpowers, because we're all different. You know, we've all got different strengths, and it's about using them.
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
Rachel and Alana, I don't know which one of you to ask about this, but, you know, perhaps Alana, how does your mum encourage your strengths? You know, how does your mum encourage you to be more of you? Or Rachel, do you want to pick that one up?
I think she just, if I have an idea and we know that it will work, then we will find a way and we will make sure that it does happen, and she'll always help me with anything. And if there's like something that I want to do that necessarily maybe like you would be like, some people would be like, maybe that's a bit too ambitious, you're like, no, let's do it. And that just, you always just, and it comes back to the caring. If I have something I want to do with my Alana's caring cakes, you just let me go with it.
I think, you know, you've got to run with the ideas. They might not all work, but we've not had many failures, have we? Most have been, they've probably all been successful. But you know, when your 12-year-old daughter comes to you and says, Mum, I'm going to publish a book and it's all the money's going to go to the Sheffield Hospitals charity, inside I'm going, I haven't got a clue how to publish a book, I don't know where to start, this is going to cost, you know, all those thoughts go around your head. But the words that come out of my mouth are, yeah, let's give it a go. We can work this out. And we absolutely can work it out. It will take us time. We've learned so much about publishing. We've had amazing support. We're getting a great set of recipes together. And we're using that as one of Alana's sort of education projects during lockdown. So if we can come out of this and Alana has published a book that raises money for our local hospital, which is special to us in so many ways, but now even more special to our community, I think that would be a great achievement for lockdown. But it'll be hard because, you know, publishing a book isn't something you do every day of the week.
Especially not when you're 12.
No, but hey, you know,